Hey everybody, Cliff Yates. Men over 50. I don't like to niche down like this, but I'm going to do that today. I follow a guy and he does it. He gives videos advising men over 50, over 60, and I'm over 50, 68. I know I look younger, I act younger. Believe me, my energy, my vigor is of that of a person 29. But age-wise, I've gathered 68 years. And so, time to reset. If you're over 50, if you're not on the right track, starting to slow down a little bit, this is it. Men over 50, this is all you need to do. One thing you need to do is just walk. Just get out in nature, right? Get your feet in the sand, either on the beach, get your feet on the grass, out in nature. You're going to be surprised what that does as an antioxidant, and it's going to take a lot of stress and cortisol out of your system, and it's going to put you on a higher plane of health and fitness, just being out here in nature. I follow a guy, John Griffin, and he does all his videos walking out in nature, and he's really successful. So I don't normally do that, and I don't normally niche down and target men over 50, but I'm going to do that for you today because I've tried some things in the past 15 years, and the results that I've gotten have been so great, so fantastic. I always have to share them, not just in mental strength, spirituality, but physical fitness. And here's a few of the things. Men over 50, make sure you're doing these things. They're so easy to do, and they're going to make such a big impact on your health and fitness, right? Move a lot. Number one, move a lot. One mistake I made being a weight trainer for the past 52 years, I would get in the gym, do my workout, 45 minutes to an hour, and then you know what? The rest of the day I really wasn't moving a lot. So I was kind of active, doing the right things for 45 minutes to an hour, and then the rest of my day I was sedentary. Happy I checked off the box. Worked out today. I'm being very consistent. No, working out is not enough, especially as we get older. As we get over 50, start moving a lot. Do your gym workouts, but then maybe 20-minute walk in the morning, 20-minute walk after dinner. The difference this makes in clearing glucose out of our system is unbelievable. And you'll notice a difference if you get your blood work done. And that's one thing over 50 we want to make sure we're doing is we want to be insulin sensitive, not insulin resistant. That's what leads to diabetes. The cells shut down. Too much glucose chronically in the system. Spikes every once in a while is not going to hurt you. Our body's meant to counteract those those spikes. I'm leaving all the mistakes in, so you know I'm authentic, raw, and real, everybody. But definitely, I went through this training, Primal Health Coach Institute by Mark Sisson. He's in his 70s, jacked, and he only eats 2 meals a day, but he looks fantastic. So I took his health coaching certification. Here's some of the things he said to do. Just eat nutrient-dense foods. That's all. Very simple. You don't have to do a lot of measuring and weighing. What does that mean? It's really not restricting your diet at all. It just means this. Eat nutrient-dense foods. Meat, fish, fowl, eggs, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Stay away from heavily processed, ultra-processed, and the chemically altered oils. Cook with either real butter or cook with olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, or avocado oil. I cook with avocado oil or coconut oil. But don't use those chemically altered oils. Now, sometimes when we go out to eat, we go out to dinner, we make the best choices we can, but you never know. A lot of these restaurants, they cook their food in chemically altered oils. And I mean, the best thing you can do, definitely you're having some fish or chicken, get it grilled or blackened. Yeah. So that's the best way to have it. And then Mark says to sprint once every 7 to 10 days. I just did my weekly sprints. I found that I wasn't being consistent in sprinting. And so I started sprinting once a week. So Sundays are my sprint days. I do 10 sprints of 8 to 10 seconds each. Man, I think that played a big role in raising my testosterone. I do not take TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. A lot of my friends urged me, get your hormones checked, Cliff. At your age, you probably need TRT. Well, last March I got checked and my testosterone was 709. That's well above average. Now, my free testosterone, the doctor says that's the stuff you really use and draw out of your system for sexual activities and whatnot. And he said, your free testosterone is low, it's 40. And he said, but you can raise that by, adding more protein to your diet. That'll release more free protein into your system. And so I said, okay, I thought I was getting enough protein. You know what? I concentrated, at the time I wanted to gain weight, I was only 160. And so what I started doing was making sure I got 180 to 200 grams of protein a day. And then I started being consistent with my sprints. Like I said, once a week, every Sunday that I'm here and I'm not on my private island in upstate New York, I do my sprinting. And then Mark says to lift heavy things. So he believes in deadlifting. And so I started deadlifting and I continued doing my jumping rope. Well, so in March, my testosterone total was 709, my free was 40. I got checked again in December. My total testosterone was 1,089. And my free was 80, pretty much double my free testosterone. Now I had a lot of naysayers. Cliff, it varies what time of day, if you're fasted. I get my blood work done the same time every time I do it. It's always around noon, and I'm always fasted 14 hours or so. Definitely over 12 always. So that's not the case. As a matter of fact, I just had it done again, and my total testosterone is still 80, and my free was 76. So, it's pretty consistent. So I've had blood work done. In 1 year, I've had it done 3 times. And so I'm on the right track. And so you start doing that, eating nutrient-dense foods, moving a lot, lifting heavy things, deadlifting every once in a while, farmer's carry, with dumbbells. And then, always be learning something new. Get plenty of sunlight. I have all sorts of dermatology visits because, I've had skin cancers. But even my dermatologist says, don't get out of the sun completely. Protect yourself. 15 to 20 minutes a day is okay, depending on how severe it is. So get plenty of sunlight. That's important to get out there. And especially get it in the morning during the sunrise. We're meant to have the sun in our face early in the morning and then late at night when it gets yellow, orange, and it's setting. It's the least dangerous for us, and it has the best effect on our hormones. And so at night, when the sun's going down, it can help us, by creating melatonin. And then in the morning, when we get the sunrise, it starts up our serotonin levels, get us ready for the day. So that's important. Then always be learning something new. And then play at something. Mark says play at something. He does stand-up paddle boarding, and he rides a fat bike on the beach. I play tennis, and I do stand-up paddle boarding, and I walk, and do something that's for fun, that's play, not just competitive. And then don't do stupid things. Don't do things that can get you hurt or killed. All right, don't do that. Don't text and drive. I had to really break that habit. Even now, I'll film while I'm driving, or I'll talk on the phone while I'm driving. Not the best to do. But I definitely do not, I don't text and drive, and I do not answer any texts that come through while I'm driving. And then do something to learn a new skill, or read a book. Be constantly engaging the mind. That's one thing that's good about tennis, because you're in the moment. You're always present with what you're doing. You can't be thinking about the past or the future. You got to be engaged in what's happening right now in the tennis court. And so you're constantly analyzing where the ball is, what direction it's coming, where is it going to be, and at the same time it's moving your body into position to strike it back. So that mind-body integration is just unbelievable. Man over 35, this is something you can do to reset your strength. Come on, we can add years to our life, and definitely we can add life to our years right now. All right, I'm Cliff Yates. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share, like, leave a comment. I love you. I'll see you in the next episode.